Hello people, welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in things that have 8 turbos when they're only supposed to make power on 1 turbo, but they make power on 8 turbos as well, then make sure you subscribe to the channel because we're gonna do some funky stuff. I have to admit, it still smells like rubber in here like 3 days after we did our burnout. But with our burnout comes with noticeable problems. First of all, we're using DeWalt tools, which everyone hates, but we like them because yellow. As you can see, there's some oil coming up from under the car here, and that's from our rails in the middle here where our oil comes through. So these are actually air manifolds. They were just O-ringed on the front and the back, and they're made for air pressure. So those O-rings are leaking. We're gonna pull those off. I'm just gonna get rid of the O-rings and weld the fittings in there completely. Another problem is you can see that we're blowing through all our joins here on all our pipes, and that's just because these pipes were just tacked up. And I went ahead and I cleaned out all our compressor housings because there was a little bit of oil leaking through them. And that's what we're going to try and mitigate today. Because I don't have a lot of information on people using a scavenge pump to feed oil to 8 turbos, specifically 8 China KO3 turbos that like there's not a lot of information on, and they were only $80 a piece. We gotta kind of wing it and figure something out by ourselves. So I'll just pull those rails off real quickly and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with them. Alrighty, as you can see in our system here, these are the feed fittings that we have. You can see the size of the hole there. And then they're O-ringed right here. And the O-ring just kind of butts up against this rail on the end right here. And there's no actual groove for the O-ring to seat into, like it's not beveled in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove the O-ring from this one. We're going to grind down all this stuff, put it back together, and we're just going to weld it on there because we can weld aluminum now. And we're also at the same time, we're going to reduce this orifice size from whatever it is right here. It looks to be, I don't know, pretty big, like a quarter. We're going to reduce that down a little bit just so we can regulate the pressure at the backside, because the lowest pressure we can get right now is like 25 PSI through our regulator. So we just reduce the flow inwards a little bit. We'll be able to reduce this down even more. And then I've also been reading that 20 weight oil, which I think we were using for our test anyways, has a tendency to leak through the oil seals even if you have the right pressure and flow, just because it's so thin. So we'll bump up the oil viscosity as well. And it's as easy as that. If you want to get rid of the thing that leaks, just weld it up. You can solve a lot of problems just by knowing how to weld. Which means I recommend everybody get a welder. Our Everlast machine here is pretty affordable. It's Canadian made, so it's in Canadian prices. I think this one was like $2,000 Canadian, which is like $8 US, something like that. But in 2021, I have some big plans. I'm gonna try and get at least a couple welders into your guys' hands. We have some ideas going on. I just can't express how much welding helps this whole build. If I couldn't weld, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Whack! Everything's hooked back up. We're just gonna use some 40 weight oil that we have laying around here. Oh shit. So we're still running 20 is the lowest we can run on this regulator, I guess. Alrighty boys, I got to thinking, what would be the best way to test out our new oiling system to see if it works? I haven't eaten yet today. Let's try and cook breakfast. Just a regular stainless pan here. We tack welded it onto the header so it can break off easy. The Miss Alien Trash Kitty on all medias heard I was making breakfast and she was like, wait, I want breakfast too. So I gotta wait for her. She heard I was making breakfast, so she was like, hey, I want some eggs too.
I'm here for breakfast.
Some breakfast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to open the garage door, you know, just so you're aware.
These are my pajamas.
Okay, it's pajama, okay. Whack! Alright, let's see if we can get it to start first.
Oh, you actually tacked it onto the pan?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So, this is our oiling system. coming out of our turbos right now. The car's idling and running fine. It's running Here's our eggs. They came out not very good because we couldn't really get the pan hot enough.
Somebody said two-step it, they'll cook.
Two-step it, yeah. I mean, I probably could have, but the real test here was to see no more oil leaking out of our turbos. We got some color into our turbos too because running it that long with the fan pointing up at the box here, we did get this oil pretty hot. Yeah, some color in all of our turbos, but none of them are leaking anymore, which is really good. I did get a little bit scared at one point because this battery didn't have enough charge and we were only getting 12 pounds to our turbos. So then I hooked up the battery charger and then we were getting the full 20. Like there was nothing coming out of the return hose, everything was just going through the turbos.
How many pounds of boost are you running?
It's gotta be 30 pounds.
There you go.
30 pounds of boost.
Dogs. We don't have dogs, we have cats, but eggs are probably not good for them.
No.
You're not actually gonna eat that.
Why?
Because they're like not fully cooked.
I mean a little bit more and it would have been good. It tastes like eggs. It's not bad.
I know, but like, you see this like black soot on the side of the pan? That was also in the eggs at one point.
It's only unburnt fuel. It's like fuel and egg. This is like
this is like
breakfast of race car.
race gas eggs.
It's actually not that bad, to be honest. Like if you had a piece of toast, you could just like scoop this onto a piece of toast and eat it, and it would taste like pretty good.
We ran out of bread yesterday, so sad
We did,
for
yeah.
you.
So sad for you guys. You know what? Ultimately, the eggs weren't that bad. If you had like a piece of toast or something, and you could just like slap all the runny eggs on the toast, it would be perfectly good. It's like eggs and race gas and coconut oil. That's it. That's what I use.
On top of the car?
The Costco coconut oil. You cold?
It's so cold. I didn't want
I mean, it wasn't a horrible success. Like,
it wasn't a horrible success. What kind of fucking...
that's my ass backwards logic,
What
okay?
is that? It wasn't a horrible success.
I'm sorry, Roth. We still need to sing your helmet. I signed it though. Actually, we started like a Patreon thing. I did, and I think what we're gonna do is for the top tier, we're gonna send out photos. We have this fancy. Tell them the fancy printer that it is.
So it's a sublimation dye printer, which was very expensive. Okay, but the prints are very good. So, I don't know exactly how we're going to set it up, but if you subscribe to a certain tier of the Patreon, then monthly we will either, I don't know if we've decided what the actual content on the pictures, but
Probably thumbnails, old thumbnails.
probably thumbnails. I mean, if you guys want thumbnails or even just car pictures, and then what do you want to do, sign them?
I'll sign them, yeah.
Put them in envelopes and send them away?
Yes.
So there'll be little 4x6 pictures. I think that'd be kind of cool.
And the Patreon's just like those people who want to help out a little bit extra. Nothing's going to change on YouTube. All the uploads are going to stay normal. It's just the extra behind the scenes stuff that I post, or I'll post a link to the video a day early on Patreon, just for those guys that want to help out a little bit extra and see this boy get to the States when the borders open.
Yeah.
I mean, they still be looking a little nasty.
Those are nasty eggs.
They're not that bad though.
Ew, don't eat it. Don't. Ew.
It's a little bit cold, but it's not bad.
A little bit cold? I bet you it's freezing. My coffee is like iced coffee now.
They're just stuck to the pan a little bit. I'm sorry, I owe you a new pan, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll get one with a Teflon bottom.
Okay, wait. You actually owe me 2 pans because at first he tried welding the Teflon.
I tried to weld to this baking sheet, it didn't work. And then I tried to weld to this pan, and it also didn't work.
And I was like, just use my stainless pan. Okay.
So I owe you 2 pans
and a baking sheet.
and a baking sheet.
Not that I bake that often, but you still owe it to me.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get one with Teflon bottom this time.
What? No.
Like the Teflon instead of a stainless one?
Oh.
Because the stainless
Maybe.
just
I don't know.
sticks.
I should get the choose.
Oh my god, that's how solid the pan is right now.
You want me to hold the thing so you can...
Yeah. The hell? It's like 3 tack welds right here.
Wow, baby, your welds are so strong.
Jeez Louise. Jeez Louis.
Oh my god, I'm thinking that, here, you should probably take a camera. I'm like so chilly, I just shake.
Alright, so next down the pipeline, with it being Christmas and all, and shipping and stuff, nothing really got here before Christmas, so I'm kind of down on parts. But the next thing that's coming, January 5th is the scheduled delivery date. We are getting a nitrous express kit, so If the turbos don't make 1,000 horsepower on their own, we're gonna add the nitrous express kit. If they make 1,000 horsepower on their own, we're still gonna add the nitrous express kit. And then what we have to do after that is we have to add wastegates. The only thing limiting us right now from putting this on a dyno and testing it is the wastegates. We have no way to control boost. Right now it's just pegged, maxed out boost. So if we put it on a dyno, I'm not afraid that it'll make too much power because we can take timing out of it to kill power. I'm afraid that we'll overspin these turbos and just destroy the wheels in all of them. So the plan here is to run 4 wastegates. 2 from this runner, it'll put a wastegate right here. 2 from that runner, it'll put a wastegate right here. 2 from these back ones, and we'll put the wastegates in the back on each side. The only thing we're waiting for right now is 2 more wastegates. We have 2 45mm wastegates from Black Sheep. We're waiting on 2 more. The stock at Black Sheep, as Christmas time was around as well, has been diminished. You guys bought everything. So we made another order of another 100 Black Sheep 45mm wastegates. I'll let you guys know as soon as those things are in. But we need 2 more, and we're gonna run 4 45mm wastegates. Hopefully just clamp them shut and it'll make the boost how you want to. And that's our plan going forward from here. Yeah, squish my head. Do it. What? My other one? You're gonna need smaller fingers. Anyways, that might conclude our video. It's the New Year's is up. We had some rest time during the holidays here. We, as in me and the female behind the camera, have been on our Twitch channel a lot playing Fortnite. We've kind of got a little bit addicted. So anytime that I'm not in the garage filming and I'm on my days off, 9 chances out of 10 we're probably playing Fortnite. And
you called me a female, but I identify as a dildo, okay?
Oh, okay. So the dildo behind the camera, all her socials are down in the first link below. As always, Alien Trash Kitty. You can find her Twitch channel there. She's at like 1,300 followers.
Yes.
So make sure to go check her out. We're always live there, and if you guys want to come chat about this car and you want to learn a little bit more, I'm always there too, so you can ask me questions while I'm there. That's going to conclude this short little video. I hope you guys had fun making breakfast with me. I'm glad we got our oiling situation figured out because I thought we were going to have to order 8 new turbos because we blew the seals out of them. Turns out the viscosity weight actually means a lot when running turbos. So 40 weight oil through your turbo is a lot better than 20 weight because it can seep past the journal bearings. Peace easy and get that V. Oh yeah, cool. I was just going to clip it there, but now I can't.
Bend over, just bend over.
This way?
No, turn. There we go, that's
Oop.
better.
Bye!
Okay, I'm freezing. I'm about to exit.
Exit the building.
Love you, bye.
Post video updates also. So this is Virginia's 5.3 that you know. Gen 4, 5.3, all aluminum. Apparently pretty rare because people have a hard time finding these. We got one here, and then I went and I picked up another one over here. And this is for my car actually. So the engine that's in the car now, if we don't blow that up, that's gonna be the spare engine. This engine over here is gonna be for my 2021 race season. And I've been working closely with Brian Nutter at Summit Racing. We've been trying to figure out a package that's gonna give us the best budget engine that we can afford. Like I said, I've been back and forth with Brian Nutter at Summit Racing. He does all the Pro LS stuff on Summit Racing. He does articles, he does a lot of informational stuff. And we've been talking back and forth about what combo I'm gonna need for my 88 to have the best time, the best speeds, for the least amount of money. And we've been going over a build for that engine. That's gonna be upcoming future here, probably pretty soon. And we'll just put together that package to have on the shelf for when we put the 88 back in the car, or the quad turbos, or the 8 turbos if they make a ton of power. We'll put that nice stout engine in there, max those turbos out, max the nitrous kit out, and we'll see what kind of power we make on that. I apologize for all my rambling. Peace easy, get that V. Let's get this video to you boys.